Mother, if you're there, please reply ASAP. Did you go and change the locks on our house without even asking us? I'm in front of the house right now, and the key I always use doesn't work on the front door lock. I need to get inside.
Hello, Cindy. What's this ASAP all about? And yes, I changed the lock on the front door. I needed to do something to punish you, didn't I? A freeloader. Always wanting something from my son. You needed a little lesson.
Excuse me? Have you completely lost it, Mother? When did I ever freeload? You're making me sound like some gold digger.
Well, you are, aren't you? Anyway, you said you were going out shopping. Using my son's money needlessly to say. So I took the opportunity to have a locksmith make some minor changes. Hope you didn't splurge again using my son's money. What was it this time? Some jewelry?
I wasn't out shopping, for your information. It was for work.
What the hell are you talking about? You're just a housewife that has no job or special skills. What job could you even do?
Pardon me. I thought you knew. I'm working at the moment. I told you that I was going to work before you moved in with us. Don't you remember that? I made it clear right from the start that I was working from home and we would set aside an office room for that purpose. And I did say not to go in there without permission, didn't I? I have important files there, and I can't have anyone fiddling with the PC.
Oh yes, your little office at home. Please, for goodness sake. All you're doing is playing games all day long. You can't fool me, Cindy.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it?
Huh?
You have no appreciation or understanding of people who work from home online. It's quite common now, you know.
Oh, really? I know nothing about that. It all seems like games to me.
I figured you were still at an age where you would understand such things, but I guess not.
I do have a little understanding of online work, if that's what you're saying. I'm not as old as you think, my dear. A friend of mine told me about her husband, and recent years he's been asked to work from home. It seems he's having a hard time of it.
Well, then I don't see why you don't appreciate my work style. What's so different?
You're not getting what I'm saying. What I'm concerned about is you. I worry about the company you work for. Having an employee work at home playing games all day? Your employers are being duped. You knew it would be easy. That's why you started working at home right from the start. Unlike my friend's husband, who worked hard at the office for years before working from home. He has an appreciation for the job. That's what I want you to understand. That kind of casual attitude toward work will get you nowhere. People will find out soon enough.
That's what I mean. You're completely clueless. Even if you're not at the office, there are ways to do a proper job working from home. Sometimes even more efficiently.
Oh, please. I'm getting really tired of this. I'm sick of hearing your lame excuses. I'll give it to you straight. The reason why I changed the locks is simply to get rid of you. A freeloader who eats up my son's earnings. That's why.
Like I keep saying, I'm working and making a living at that. Why can't you get that through your head?
Is your head still up in the clouds, for God's sake?
I'm fine, and all I'm doing is conveying the truth. Your head must be up in the clouds, probably up in space.
Okay, so that's how you want it, huh? All right then, I'll give you some conditions for letting you back into the house.
Conditions? What conditions?
If you want to be let back into our household, then bring home pay that exceeds $5,000 a month. Can you do that? I doubt it.
$5,000 a month, huh? Well,
I'm not saying it's a one-time thing either. I want you to make a stable income of $5,000 every month. A steady, stable income. Well, for someone who's working. Or shall I say playing games all day? That's way beyond your reach.
Yeah, right.
At this rate, my son better start thinking of divorce. It would save him from all this misery. I plan to live in this house with my son. Just the two of us. We don't need you, Cindy. You're taking up too much space. There is no need for you to return.
All my stuff is still there. What should I do with that, may I ask?
All that stuff was probably bought using my son's money anyway. All that will be confiscated and sold off. Are you nuts? I'll be by later today to pick them up.
I also have to warn you before you do anything stupid. Don't touch any of the stuff in my room. Especially the PC, or there will be dire consequences.
If you are able to bring that $5,000 a month, I will think about giving all your stuff back to you.
Hey, Cindy! Where you at? I just got home. What's up? Are you still working or something?
Oh, hey Mark. Haven't you heard anything from your mom yet?
She's taking a bath right now. You know she takes those long baths. Figured it would be a good time to contact you directly. You said you were out to see a client. Has the meeting been extended? It seems kind of late.
Yeah, I thought you already got the news. Your mom locked me out of the house.
She locked you out? What are you talking about?
Was the door locked when you came home? Did your key even work?
When I came home, the door wasn't locked. I just walked right in. Didn't notice the door, to be honest.
Yeah, makes sense, I guess. I suppose she thought I would not return and opened it, or she forgot to lock it again when she went out or something. So if I had just waited a bit longer, maybe hid in the bushes for a while, I would have gotten in. Darn it! Should have waited around.
Hey, Cindy. What's going on? I really don't know what you're getting at.
It's a long story. It would take forever if I explained everything, so I'll send you the back and forth messages I had with your mom earlier. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, okay. Do that. I'll take a look. Oh my god, is she serious? I can't believe this! We've only been living together for a week and already... This?! Jeez! Sorry about this, Cindy. My mom... What can I say? And so, Cindy... Where you at now?
Me? Yeah, I got a motel room on Route 1. You know the one near the mall? I'll stay here for the night and figure out what to do tomorrow. If I can't work things out tomorrow, I plan to go see my sister. She lives alone over in Sutton County, an hour's drive away. She'll put me up for a few nights.
Yeah, I guess that's the only choice you have. Really sorry about this. Well, at least you have a place to stay for now. Thank your sister for me, would ya? I can't believe this condition she demanded of you! $5,000 a month? Seriously?
I wonder if that's the amount your father made before they divorced.
Well, I guess you put two and two together pretty quick, huh?
I remember she used to tell her friends and neighbors about how much her husband made. She really made a big thing out of it, huh? When she said $5,000 bucks, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
Oh, I get it. She knew you would never be able to make that much by working online, and so, in order to keep you out, she demanded an exorbitant amount.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But actually...
Yes, but actually...
So why did you just give it to her right then and there?
She probably would not have believed me, and I didn't think it was the right time.
Yeah, you may be right about that. It would have just made things worse. Oh, yeah. There was something I wanted to discuss with you. You know the reason why your mom ended up having to move in with us? You remember, right? It was because that apartment was going to be torn down, right? Well, it seems that was all BS.
Huh? Seriously?
Yeah. Got information from a friend of mine who lives nearby. I need to talk to you directly about that. That motel is right nearby. I'll go over there right now. We can have dinner and discuss it. What do you say?
Sure, no problem. There's a Denny's right down the street. Let's meet there.
Alright. I'll text you when I arrive. Hey, Cindy. Just got home.
Oh yeah? That was fast. Thanks for earlier. And thanks for bringing some of my work stuff. It really helps. Now I can get a little work done. Glad the laptop was there.
Sorry. I know nobody is supposed to go in there. It was the first time I went in there.
Well, I gave you the extra key just for such emergencies.
Yeah, came in handy, that's for sure. So, we do as planned, right?
Just as we planned. Don't let me down, Mark.
With Cindy gone, I have to do a little more housework, but if it's for my son, no problem. But maybe someday I'll get a maid to do all the chores. Wouldn't that be great? So, is it at all possible that you could make $5,000 a month? Oh, I'm sorry. How rude of me. What was I thinking? Demanding that an unskilled housewife bring home $5,000 a month for playing games all day? I was way out of line. Please forgive me. No way you could bring home that much. You know what? A thought just crossed my mind. You're not homeless now, are you? You're not living on the street, scraping together soft drink cans for a living, are you? And I haven't heard a peep out of Mark after I kicked you out. And it seems you have no interest in picking up your things. Not a very important job. I plan to throw them out by the end of the week. So if you want it, you better come and get it, or it ends up in the dumpster. I want to rearrange that room, make it into my private study. Need it cleaned out ASAP. There's a lock on the door, and Mark and I don't have a key. So we're just going to have to get a locksmith to open it. Or we just break it open. Oh, I'm so glad we kicked you out. A useless, no-job wife. Why did Mark ever marry you?
You seem to be in high spirits.
Oh, finally you decided to reply. Had to get those cans to the recycling center, huh? How much was today's collection? So, Cindy, no $5,000 a month? What's it like living on the streets?
No, not $5,000. More like $15,000 a month.
Excuse me? Hey, Cindy, answer, would you? I don't have all day. What's the meaning of this? Mark just left home. He's nowhere in sight, and all his stuff is gone. What the hell is going on? I also checked your room. All the stuff is gone? Your PC, the laptop, all your files? The place is vacant.
Oh, finally noticed, huh?
Is this your doing, Cindy? Did you put Mark up to this? Did you get him to clean out the room?
I didn't really put him up to it, as you put it. More like, Mark heard what you did to me and decided to do what he felt was right. That's all.
No, that can't be right. He would never do that behind my back.
He found out why you had us live with you. The real reason. That apartment you were living in for 2 years after your divorce went through? You remember. Apparently you caused a lot of trouble there. The neighbors, it seems, were furious with you. And on top of that, because it was such a sudden divorce, your husband felt very bad and decided to pay the rent for those 2 years. The main purpose of living alone in that apartment was to get used to living and working alone. You were working at that time too, but you went and bullied a coworker and eventually got fired. Isn't that right?
So what? What's that got to do with anything?
Well, after 2 years, your husband no longer felt obligated to pay your rent. And since you lost your job, you couldn't pay the rent for yourself. You made plenty of enemies among your neighbors. There was nothing left for you to do but move out. Or, should I say, kicked out. So you had nobody to turn to, nowhere to go. So you came crying to us. I suppose you figured that apartment was quite a distance from our house, so you probably thought nobody would ever hear of your antics.
How the hell did you find out about all that? Would you hire a private detective or something?
Apparently, Mark went to school with the guy who owns that apartment you caused all that trouble at. Or more accurately, his father runs the place.
Are you kidding me?
It seems one of the neighbors found out that you were Mark's mother. One thing led to another, and they decided to contact us. To stop you from causing harm to others.
This can't be mere coincidence. What's going on?
Well, we've lived around here for a long time. Made a lot of friends. I wouldn't say everyone knows everybody, but close. You're bound to find some connection.
Cindy, about that $15,000 a month, is that what you make per month?
Hold on. I just got a text from Mark. He's on his way home. He said he'll send you a line message.
Excuse me, Mark? He's here.
Hello, Mother.
Mark, is it true that Cindy makes more than $15,000 a month? Do you mean per year?
No, not per year. Per month, Mom. She makes way more than I do.
What's this all about? How could she make that much? That's just not possible. How could an unskilled housewife make that much? It's just not possible. Is she selling drugs or something?
Drugs? How could you say that, Mom? She's not some drug dealer. She's a well-known and very popular freelance writer.
Excuse me? A free writer?
Freelance. A freelance writer. She's independent. Not associated with any specific company or organization. And she's not employed by any one company. She set up an office at home. That's what most freelance writers and designers do.
Why doesn't she just rent some office space then?
That's why she set aside a room at home. A home office, if you will. Why waste money renting office space when you're the only employee?
Excuse me. Seems kind of weird to have an office at home.
Come on, Mom. A lot of people are doing it these days. The technology these days makes it really easy. You can have group meetings any time of the day, or even with clients overseas. It's really something.
It just seems like, playing games, tapping away at the keyboard.
When you were living at that apartment, that young couple moved in, and they were both doing online work from there. You remember them? You were always complaining about them. That young kids should get a proper job and so forth and so on. I was told that when you learned that a young woman in the apartment below you was working from home, what did you say to her? Something about her sponging off her parents and playing games at home all day? Apparently, you were harassing them like that on a daily basis. They said they couldn't get any work done with you constantly pestering your neighbors. When I heard that, I was so embarrassed. It was only after you were kicked out of that apartment that I heard about all this. I was mortified when my friends told me about you.
Please, Mark, don't be like that.
Oh yeah, I was meaning to tell you. I've been working on going freelance myself. I've lined up some clients and have a pretty good network set up. So I plan to quit my job and start working from home.
Excuse me? Are you serious?
But at this rate, I may get pestered relentlessly for working at home by someone. So to avoid that, we've decided to move out, which means we will no longer live with you.
Hold it 1 second, Mark. What am I going to do? I can't live here all by myself.
Well, let's see. The lease on that house expires next month, so I suggest you start looking for a job and a place to live.
Mark, you're not serious. Please. I won't bother you guys anymore, so please just let me live with you. I'll keep my mouth shut, I promise you.
It's too late for all that. Mom.
I always wondered why my mother-in-law always had it out for people who work from home. Apparently she asked her ex-husband to continue paying the apartment rent. But she was told he was now working from home, and as a result, his monthly pay was cut drastically. So he's no longer able to afford paying her rent. That's why she had it out for people who work from home online. Mark told me he left a pamphlet for the unemployed office on the kitchen table when he left. I had my doubts she would make use of it. I figured she'd get on the phone to all her relatives begging for help. But I heard later that she found a live-in job at a local company. But it seems like she was back to her old self again. She started harassing a young girl who was working part-time from home. If that wasn't enough, that girl happened to be the owner's daughter. She ended up getting fired and then kicked out of the dormitory she was living at. That was the last I heard of her. I have no idea where she is now.
Hey, Jeff, are you there? If you are, pick up. Is it true that the company is sending you to Los Angeles?
Oh, hey Mandy, what's up? Why you know about that? I don't remember telling you about that yet.
I was just at the supermarket and I ran into Mrs. Johnson and she told me about it.
Oh yeah, really?
Really? Is that all you can say? How could you have kept such an important thing from me? You should have told me way in advance. I mean, it seemed so sudden. I wasn't ready. Getting transferred into LA? Really?
Yeah, well, not really transferred in the literal sense. My 3-month training period has ended, so I was just assigned my position, that's all. I'm not being transferred, but assigned to my first position.
Oh, really? It's not a transfer then?
No, I only received my assignment this morning. I knew I was gonna be assigned somewhere, figured it might be local, but it just turned out there was a position open in LA. I just contacted my folks and informed them just 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Now I see the whole picture. No wonder I'm only just hearing about it. Sorry to get so panicky. So does that mean you'll be living right in the city or renting a place in the suburbs?
Neither. There's a company-owned apartment a little outside the city. Nice coastal area. I'll probably have to get a car and commute to work.
Huh? Not right in the city.
No, this will be the first time living near a big city. Figure I should gradually get used to it first.
Does that mean, company owned that there are certain restrictions?
Yeah, I'm sure there are some restrictions. Basically, it will be assigned to me and I can't have anybody else living there. Of course, I can have people over on occasion.
I see. But when you move there, please keep in contact with me, okay? Don't sort of just drift away.
No worries. I plan to visit during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Also, on occasion, business trips back to HQ here. Our folks live just a few blocks away, so we'll constantly be in touch, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Not sure how you feel, but you okay with it all?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Why wouldn't I be?
Alright then. Is that all you wanted to know? I gotta get going. I'm on my way to a meeting.
Yeah, no problem. See ya! Hey, Jeff, what's up? It's been a while. How you been?
Hey, Mandy. Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's been a while, I guess. Yeah, but we did see each other, Christmas.
How long have you been gone? I can't believe it's been 3 long years since you got assigned to the LA office. You never contact me. I always line you first. What's up with that?
Yeah, but I always stop off and say hello when I'm back, right? Like last Christmas and Thanksgiving. Plus a few other times on those business trips.
Yeah, just a hello. Why can't we go have a few drinks or maybe go out for a bit to eat? At least we could do that.
A few drinks, huh? Yeah, right.
You don't want to go out for a few drinks with me? But forget that for now. I was contacting because I heard from your mom that you were coming back for a short visit to the main office.
Yeah, that's right. I'm scheduled to fly in this weekend. Got a few meetings to attend on Monday.
Just wondering, but what are your plans for the weekend or after work?
I can't really get into the details, but I have a meeting with a client Monday morning and then maybe business lunch afterwards. As for the weekend, my boss told me I could leave early on Friday so I could spend time with the family over the weekend.
Oh, yeah? So that means you're free Friday night, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So you arrive at the airport in the morning, right?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, roger that.
You seem all set for something. What is it?
Come on, Jeff, you're so slow to catch on.
Slow to... Not sure what you mean.
Gotta go. Looking forward to seeing you on the weekend. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
Hey, Mandy?
Guess where I am? I'm at the airport to pick you up.
Oh, yeah? Now, why would you pick me up? I never asked you to.
How about you, Jeff? Where you at?
I'm working.
Yeah, right. Of course you are. I suppose it's still a bit early. But we could have lunch, right? Flight's like 2 hours from LA, maybe less? We could head over to the new restaurant downtown. You'll love this place.
Hey, can I ask you why?
What do you mean? We haven't seen each other in a while. You don't come back that often, so I figured we should use this precious time wisely. That's all.
I'm sorry to have to break this to you, but I already made plans for lunch today.
Huh? What do you mean?
Actually, I already arrived earlier this morning on the red-eye flight. I'm about to meet up with a client for lunch, so I'm gonna have to cut this short.
Excuse me, I thought you were going to meet up with me. I came all the way to the airport to pick you up.
Please, I don't really have time for this. This is all part of work. I really have to get going.
I can't believe you. I left home early this morning. I even made reservations at the restaurant. Now I'm gonna have to cancel.
Really sorry. I really have to go. Talk to you again. Mandy, are you there? What the hell did you do?
Pardon me, are you serious? That new restaurant I was talking about? I was going to have lunch with you there. I was looking forward to it all week. And you had the gall to take another woman there. Are you out of your mind? How could you? You're despicable. I can't believe you took her there.
Excuse me? You're the one that's despicable. I never consented to go into the restaurant with you. I didn't even know it was that restaurant, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, sure. Anyway, who the hell is that woman you were with?
Pardon me?
I said, who the hell was the woman you were having lunch with? I can't believe you were having lunch with someone other than me. You're beyond contempt.
I really don't know what you're trying to say. What do you care who I have lunch with? It's none of your business. It's not if we're married. Just so you know, the woman I was with was a client. She's in charge of sales.
Excuse me? A client?
Her office is currently being renovated, and it was just more convenient to have the meeting somewhere else. We figured we would just make it a lunch business meeting. Her section manager is scheduled to arrive a little later.
Are you being straight with me? So does that mean that she's just a business acquaintance and not some girlfriend?
Of course not! Like I said, she's a sales rep for a local company. This was the first time meeting her.
Oh, now I see. I just thought, my bad. I guess I just made a hasty assessment of the situation. Okay then. I don't want to interrupt your business dealings, so I'll just wait while you take care of business.
Have you been drinking?
Drinking? No, of course not.
You've already disrupted my work. The store manager tried to stop you from entering, but you barged in anyway. You rushed to my client and started bad-mouthing her, hurling insults at her just for having lunch with me. What the hell is wrong with you? When I tried to intervene, you slapped me across the face and took off out of the restaurant. After you left, all hell broke loose. Complete pandemonium. We had no choice but to terminate the meeting.
Terminate? Really?
And what's more, when you knocked over the table, my client's laptop got totaled. If that wasn't enough, a picture of water got dumped on it after it fell and all the data was lost.
Huh, really? I didn't intend to.
You also stomped all over my briefcase and ruined the USB memory in there. Lost all the important data.
I was only trying to,
But lucky for you, we both had data backed up on our computers at the office, so we scheduled a new meeting for Monday afternoon. Don't think you're just gonna get away with what you did. There are consequences for what you did. No doubt you'll be paying me for a new laptop and a USB memory. I'll send you a bill, and I expect you to pay for it.
Are you serious? You make me out to be some kind of fiend. I'm not the only one at fault here,
Excuse me?
You're supposed to be my boyfriend. I should be your priority.
Hold it right there. Your what? Boyfriend? I'm hearing you, right? Did you say I was your boyfriend?
Yeah, and another thing. You say I have to pay for damages. Well, as my boyfriend, I think you should pay that.
Why would I do that?
I was the one that was supposed to be at that restaurant today. It was our date. But no, you had to go and meet with that woman. You said it was all work, but the fact is you went to that restaurant with another woman. The facts don't lie, Jeff. You have this beautiful girlfriend, and you ignored that and went out with another woman. That's what you did. I was deprived of precious time with my boyfriend. The least you could do is pay for damages. Oh, yeah. And I bet you were going to pay the bill for that little lovey-dovey lunch date. Am I right?
Mandy, stop for a sec.
I heard you. I heard you say, I'll take care of the bill. I heard it with my own ears as I walked. The only person that has the right to get treated by you is me, and me alone. After all, I'm your girlfriend. You know what? This means you are cheating on me. How could you treat your girlfriend this way?
Yeah, you're kind of starting to scare me, Mandy.
Excuse me?
As for paying the bill, when we had our last meeting, they paid the bill so the company requested that I pay it this time. Of course, with my company credit card. My boss asked me to pay the bill. How can I refuse?
Huh. So it was all just business?
But more importantly, to be honest, I don't know where to begin.
What are you talking about?
Am I right in assuming that you wanted me to pay for what you did because you think I'm your boyfriend, right?
Yeah, that's right. Obvious, isn't it? That's what boyfriends do, right? Pay for his beautiful girlfriend's dinner or lunch or whatever. And that goes for paying for stuff like damaged laptops. A boyfriend always protects his woman. That's always been the way.
This is nuts, Mandy! You've got your wires all screwed up! Besides, you're definitely not my girlfriend.
Pardon me?
I said I'm not your boyfriend! When did we do this? I really can't recall.
Stop right here, Jeff. What the hell are you saying? Not my boyfriend? How could you say that?
I can say that because I know it. I never dated you. We never even talked about it. Where did you ever come up with this notion anyway? I know we grew up together since grade school and we spent a lot of time together, but when did you decide we were going steady? Thinking back on it, I don't remember making a pass at you or even talking about it.
But that time, at her high school graduation.
At our high school graduation? What are you talking about?
Don't you remember? That girl that had a crush on you since elementary school? Remember her? She kinda opened up about having a crush on you.
Huh? Yeah, I sort of remember something like that. What about it? I told her I was already dating someone else and turned her down, as I recall.
That person you said you were dating. You meant me, right?
Pardon me?
I was pretty taken aback when that girl opened up about her feelings toward you, but I was overjoyed that you turned her down and chose me. I can't believe that you would say it was not your girl. It was always a given.
Hold it 1 second. When did I ever say you were the girl I was dating at the time?
Huh? Well, I thought, you said it right in front of me, so I figured.
Yeah, you always seemed to be around back in those days, come to think of it. You always follow me around.
I wasn't following you around. We were just hanging out.
I was with all the guys celebrating our graduation. You just happened to be there. As a matter of fact, you were the only girl there. The other girls were celebrating their own little groups. To be honest, I was surprised to see you standing there after that girl approached me.
Huh? You're kidding, right?
Just so you know, there is a specific girl that I'm seeing now.
Excuse me? Say again.
That's right, and we just got engaged.
Engaged? Are you serious? You mean engaged?
I suppose you'll find out sooner or later, so I'll tell you. My fiancée is Sarah.
Huh? Sarah? Not that Sarah.
Yup, that's Sarah. You know her, of course, the very same Sarah. Our former high school classmate. We've been seeing each other since high school.
Since high school? Way back then?
And when I moved to LA, she moved in with me about a year later. I had to move out of the company dorm, of course, but we got a nice place near the beach.
You guys are living together?
That's another reason why we came back home a little early. so we could submit our marriage documents at the city hall.
You guys are getting married? What about me? What was I to you all these years? I always expected to marry you someday.
You were just an old friend from the neighborhood, that's all. That's it and nothing more.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm dead serious, Mandy. Maybe this incident was a blessing in disguise. We sure did clear the air, didn't we?
That's it? Just clear the air?
How about that damaged laptop? I'll send the bill to your folks' place and call them to explain the whole thing. Tell you what, just pay the damages for the laptop. Forget about the USB. I got plenty more of those. But you did make a mess of the restaurant. You'll probably see a bill from them too. And one last thing. If you see me around, don't approach or talk to me. You got that? I'm finished with you, so I'm gonna have to block you online. Okay, I gotta get going. Bye.
Wait, Jeff, please!
Mandy later got a bill for the damages. It turned out to be more than I expected. The cost of the damaged laptop, the restaurant damages included broken dishes, damaged tables, and when she left the place, she slammed the door and cracked on the door glass, which had to be replaced. On top of that, the place had to close for a few days to carry out repairs, so compensation for lost business. It seems a couple of customers also demanded compensation. Apparently for food spilled on their clothes when she knocked over the table. I heard the cost was well over $20,000. As for me and Sarah, we submitted our marriage certificate at City Hall and even celebrated with an intimate dinner. No, none of that restaurant, fortunately. I was sort of expecting Mandy to barge at any moment to disrupt it all, but fortunately, nothing like that happened. I later heard that Mandy was living at home all this time, and according to her mom, she was just waiting to someday marry me. Can you believe it? Her parents were completely unaware of her intentions and was totally taken aback when they heard. They were now dead set on re-educating their daughter to get her to come to her senses. They apparently moved to a rural location to live a quiet life. Maybe it will do her some good. Her parents stopped by to congratulate us on our marriage, but although sincere, there was sadness in their eyes as they left.